Good afternoon. I'll wait a little bit before I begin talking about what I'm going to talk about today. I look really, really awesome. I thought it would be fun to do a honey facial with everybody. So that's what we're going to do. I'll let some people pile in. I've got a little bit of information that I gathered. I gather it. I don't. Hi, Miss Me. I didn't gather it until just today. I just knew that what I was doing worked for me. And hi, Major. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. So I thought before I go on, maybe I should collect some of this information so I would maybe have some answers for any questions that might arise. So that's why we're going to do the honey facial. And I think in a lot of ways, I was blessed with a fairly young appearance because that's kind of how it is in my family. Inside of my family, they look young till they're, in their 80s. So that's pretty cool. So part of it, hi Paula. But part of it also is caring for your skin and your whole being, actually, what you eat and everything. Mine has deteriorated over the past few years due to expenses. I can't afford to do the things that I used to do. So anyway, that's kind of my story. I am going to read this gathered. Oh, Wise Owl, hey there. I'm going to read what I have because I don't want to miss anything. I do want to say that that I want to have a disclaimer so that everybody knows that I'm not suggesting anybody do this. It's just what I've done in the past when I could afford to have honey all the time. And I like and I suggest if anyone tries this, the best way to do it is the raw unpasteurized honey. But anyway, it's worked well for me. It kept my skin really, really nice. I didn't have all the blemishes. It just felt nice and soft. And so we're going to do that today. And I'll kind of show you what I used to do all the time. This is when I still had children at home, and it kept my skin moisturized, clear of acne, which I've never had a huge problem with acne, but anyway, it keeps you from it. Okay, this is what we're doing today. Raw unpasteurized honey, and that's what I'm going to be doing. There is, however, a recipe for the honey adding cinnamon, and it's a 3-to-1 mixture. Say, for instance, 3 teaspoons of honey to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And that is also used, hi Einstein's mom, used as a facial. I don't use the cinnamon because I have allergies, or maybe not say allergies, but sensitivities to cinnamon oil. So I don't use the cinnamon. And this is what this is a don't recommend. I don't recommend if you have allergies to bee pollen celery, bee venom, like if you get stung, no bee venom, or any other bee product. Don't do this specifically before you seek help. Or if you have allergic reactions to cinnamon oils, or any cinnamon products. I think it's really good to know those things, because we don't want to have a reaction and have burns or scarring or anything like that. And always, 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 if a person does choose to seek out physician's help, or someone that you can trust, that is in the field of those kind of things, and they give you the go-ahead, always do a test patch. And I would say do it in an area that's not going to be like right up front. So anyway, sorry, I was distracted. Another thing is, okay, we did the test patch. Okay, the cinnamon, we're not doing today. Here are the benefits. If someone does check this out, the benefits are that it will eliminate inflammation and redness, and promotes healing. It brightens and lightens your skin because it'll take away the blotchy and the dark spots in your skin. And it's a natural exfoliant because it hydrates your skin, and the dead skin, the top cells that are dead and dying, it exfoliates them and gives you that nice, supple, soft, and it's really good for fading, scarring from acne. I wouldn't say anything deep acne maybe, but the small stuff, because sometimes you'll get a small blemish or whatever, and it'll leave a scar, and it's a lighter scar. Sometimes it'll darken. It actually depends on the amount of melanin in the skin and how bad the scar is. Because I've had both. I've had both darkening and lightening from scarring. But and it also prevents like, I don't know if you've ever seen, I think they call them filaments, where a pore will begin to, it will fill up with like skin follicle, skin cells and oils. And it's not really a blackhead. It's not really a whitehead. It's just skin that's pulling out. Well, it eliminates that. It's like it takes tape and just rips it out of there for a better term or a better example. And it works really good. So those things, and here's what's not recommended. If someone is a burn victim or real deep scarring, do not use this. Do not use this. And I'm saying again today, I'm not suggesting anybody do this. I'm showing you what has worked for me. And like I said, I'm not using the cinnamon today because I have sensitivities to cinnamon oil. And I can use dry cinnamon, from a cinnamon stick, and I can have that. But because I have the sensitivities, I don't really want it on my skin. So what we're going to do is go through the steps, which are really simple. They suggest putting this facial on for 8 to 10 minutes. And that was the one that had the recipe with the honey and the cinnamon. What I have done in the past was a different type of, a little bit different, not that big a difference, but excuse me. The, hi, Rain Cry. What was suggested when I read years ago, because I did this back in the 1990s when my children were grown, but still very young, just barely in their 20s. So anyway, what I used was just the raw unpasteurized honey. And I'm going to cover the name here because I don't have permission. But we have a local honey, a man who has plenty of hives, and he sells honey, and really neat family. They're known in this area. We call it the Valley. And I just took a tablespoon of honey and put it in here. Some people want their honey warmed, and it suggested in there to use a microwave to warm it. I do not suggest that at all. Not at all. If you want to warm the honey, the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to put a bowl of warm water, a shallow bowl of warm water, and place your honey in a glass, or I wouldn't put it in plastic. Glass is best. And set the honey in the warm water, and only bring it to a warmth that you can, that's like a lukewarm, like a baby's bottle warm, not hot, not extra warm, but a lukewarm. And we always tested, the baby's bottle on your wrist just to see if it was, because you didn't want the baby's mouth to be burned. But anyway, I don't know, Ginger. Yes, that's why I don't suggest the microwave. The microwave kills everything. Microwaves are hideous. They're hideous. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's fact. But anyway, don't warm it in the microwave. That's a bad idea. I got rid of my microwave, and then I moved, and the home I live in now has a microwave. I can unplug it, so that's not a big deal. Ginger, I just love you. I'll say this just to Ginger when it's just us. I'm not to suggest anything that she should do, but it wouldn't scare me at all to try. It wouldn't scare me at all to try this. This is just my opinion on any surface area, that as long as I'm not having any problems with a patch test or anything like that, the honey will feel warm on your face. It doesn't burn you. Hi, Rip. It just we'll just go through with this, and I'll show you what I do. I usually just stick my fingers right in it, but today we'll use this little spoon to apply some of it, and then I can keep my hands free in case I need to. So I would just kind of just put it in some few spots here. We're already leaking here. That's why I use fingers usually. But anyway, and just spread it around in a few places. And it's not pretty to look at. This is definitely something that when you're in your robe, or oops, good thing I'm having a shower afterwards, huh? And Beebs, oh my gosh, when I started getting ready for this live, guess who starts in? And I thought, I'm not dealing with her. And instead of like rubbing it around, I always just did this little tapping, finger, just, I don't know. In my mind, I'm saying dapple. That's what I used to always, I would just say dapple. I don't know if that's a correct term or not, but it worked really good. And I would do this during a quiet time where Twinkie D, hi. Mahmoud Arafat, if I'm saying your name right, welcome. And I just would do this for like, I know this is going to sound like a long time, but for like 15 to 20 minutes, and just hit everywhere on your face. And it'll start to become really, really sticky. Like, hi, Daryl. it'll almost like want to pull your skin out. And in my imagination, I don't know if this is what it's doing, but in my imagination, it was pulling all the impurities and junk out of my skin. I mean, and I really think it did work, because I didn't have blackheads, I didn't have whiteheads, I didn't have any, I don't know, my skin was really nice. I mean, it was just really nice, which it still is okay. I mean, I'm a 61-year-old woman. So, but I think it prevents a lot. And if it's done often enough, which I can't afford to do it anymore, but we're doing it today for you guys. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra, you might want to come. Anybody that came in a little bit late, I did read all the suggestions and disclaimer and all that. And hi, Mick. And so you might want to go back and touch on that. Nanoparticles, yep. I need to do that video. I don't know if you read my comment in your channel. Oh gosh, I got honey all over my shirt. But yeah, I need to do that video so you can see you're not alone, girl. And I mean Ginger. Anyway, I just did this for like 20 minutes, and I would do it every day. In fact, it worked so well. And those were the days when I wore makeup almost every day. It worked so well. I honestly, and I know makeup is so bad for you, but I worked in the public all the time. So I felt like I had to look a certain way. If I were to do it over again, I probably wouldn't worry about it so much, but you know, we learn. Anyway, it actually took off even my makeup, except my mascara, because a lot of times the mascaras are pretty harsh. I mean, they're all harsh because they're so full of chemicals. But anyway, I think that it's just good stuff. Hi, Knowledge. Artichoke juice. Huh. And so, Daryl, is that something to mix, or is it just by itself you use? Tasha, how are you today? Let me get this. I'm going to get this honey off my shirt. I don't think you guys can see what my shirt says. It says USMC. No, I am not. I did not work for the military. My husband is a Marine, but I am not. This is not his shirt, though. Vaseline for mascara. I'm doing good, Tasha. I hope you're well. We're just doing a facial today. There, maybe we won't be sticky all over my shirt. Anyway, the honey has worked well for me. If my suggestion is, if you really want to try it, and you know, to check first just to see what you can learn about it and if it's going to be safe for you. So, oh, you were kidding, Daryl. Well, artichokes are pretty good. Wasn't that what you said? Artichokes. Let's see. I lose my, yeah, artichoke juice. You know, artichokes are really good on this pizza. It's a chicken artichoke pizza that my husband would always get on a specific day, because they have this pizza that's a really great deal, but it's so delicious. And it's, of course, I'm a chicken person. I love chicken. Let's see. Got anybody new in here? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I do welcome everybody that's in here. Oh, this is the one thing that I do notice. Every time there's something on your face that you got to leave on there, you get itches. Watcher 2, hi. Yeah, this stuff worked pretty good, and so I thought, oh, oregano oil. I use oregano oil for healing, but you really do have to have a carrier for that. One time, oh, what a mistake. I used full on undiluted oregano oil, and boy, did I get burned. I'm not kidding you. You have to be so careful with that stuff. Yes, and I do use honey. I eat honey. It's good stuff. Instead of like sugar, or there's different. I like honey. Honey is just awesome. It's Pool Noodle. How are you? Yep, the cool people are here. Well, you don't want the phone sticking to your face, Major. Anyway, this was what I noticed, how the honey, and this is back in the 90s when I was using it all the time. I noticed that I thought there was something on my face, and it was probably sticking to it, or just an itchy spot, and I blew on it, and it surprised me, because when I blew on it, wherever the air from my lungs went, it was extremely warm, and it's the honey that's making it warm. It wasn't just just hot air. Although I'm probably full of hot air. Anyway, let's see. Oh gosh, I know, Rip. I've known about yeah. I don't want to talk about that place, but yeah, they're not so great. Yeah, the essential oils, if you're not careful, they can do damage as well as good. So yeah, you really need to check into if because I use essential oils too, and have for years. I got turned on to them. Gosh, was back in I don't know what year they put that part of the store in, but the grocery store that I worked at ended up adding like a store within a store, and neat store. I loved it. They did all organic and natural products and stuff, and that was when I learned about essential oils. And so that would have been like, sometime between 2002 and 2013. And I learned how wonderful the stuff is. I had heard, the term essential oils, but I didn't know what it was. And so anyway, learning how to use them without reading first. But at that time, I was working like 2 full-time jobs. So, and then in my extra time, which there wasn't any, but you force yourself, I had a couple of jobs online where I sold things, one on eBay, and I sold, we used to flip cars. We would buy a car that was a classic, and they would be like barn finds, really great deals, where they still ran, even though they'd been sitting there 5 years or whatever, they hadn't been run for a while. And we go in there, start them up, drive them home. And we had I worked for my boyfriend at the time, and he had a business where we did automotive detailing. He did dent repair, where you didn't need to do body work. It was paintless dent repair. And like I did like minor projects, I did paint chip repair, things like that. So we had the perfect opportunity each time to make this, ugly rock look like a diamond. And where it was already running, that was good. So we were able to turn cars and make a few bucks, and it was a really great time. Anyway, so those were the days, and having time to learn about anything, it just didn't happen much. So it was kind of more trial and error on my part. Now I have the time to read about it. So that was why I took a few minutes before I started the live stream. So anyway, so after it's on for a while, just take a nice soft cloth and wet it in some warm water. And I use filtered water because we have a lot of sediment, and it's pretty bad here. So I use the filtered water and just completely take the honey from your face. And you don't want any to be left, because it leaves a stickiness, and then you'll have things sticking to you, dirt, fuzz, dust, just particles in the air, and that will cling and stick. And so, yeah, it's just good. And since I've been out and about doing gardening and that kind of thing, I'm going to have a shower anyway. So, but anyway, I haven't been really keeping track, sorry, of the of the chat very well. I hope you guys are doing okay. Oh, what a bummer, Mick. I'm sorry about that. I've noticed there's been quite a bit of buffering here too, and I don't have T-Mobile, but I'm just wondering if it's being affected by all the different things that are happening in our world. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I've had trouble when I was modding for Marf. I noticed it would buffer, and then some other things that were taking place that I thought were really unusual. I noticed that people would, the chat would stop, and we'd have almost 5,000 people. Well, usually it's just blazing right by. And this has happened a few times where the chat just completely stops. It's like it's not moving at all. And Marf's just talking, and everything's happening just like it should, except this chat stops. Dead stops. And then all of a sudden, after a few minutes, or not minutes, but quite a time, actually, I would say 20 seconds or more even in some cases, then all of a sudden a whole bunch of people really, really fast, like somebody opened the floodgates. So anyway, and then I don't know, and like, he'd say, okay, if you're this or if you're that, do a type of 1 in or a type of 2. And then when all those people would come through, they would have their 1s or their 2s or whatever. And it was like, this is bizarre. How come it's going so slow? It was really odd. But anyway, the internet's a funny place. I think we'll just have to deal with it or not deal with it. So pretty much that's my that's my facial day. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit in the chat, because I know after, I think, pool noodle, I don't think I don't think I saw any of the, not many anyway, of comments, and so I wanted to catch up and see if there was any questions. Oh, I did comment on Rip's baby powder thing, the baby powder report. Oh, I know. Daryl, I love Pool Noodle's name. That's just cute. Why are bee skeeps illegal here? I have grasses I could weave into one and found out we made them illegal. Where are you, Twinkie D? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know they're illegal. I don't know where you're at though. Are you in the United States, or are you what part of the world are you in? I didn't know they were illegal. I agree, Daryl. I use oregano oil and tea tree oil all the time for healing, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I really like it. I saw that, Ginger, that about the baby formula. That's awesome. I didn't go watch your video, but I saw the notification come up. So that's really cool. I know that I think it was WV told me too, and I don't know if it was in a video or if she told me directly, but that you can also make you know, in an emergency, I would imagine, to make baby formula or something for the baby to eat, at least to get you by, out of oats. But don't quote me on that. But it was oats. I do remember that it was oats, but I don't remember if there was more to it or not. But I thought, you know, that's interesting. I've never had to make baby formula for a child. I did have to make formula for a litter of puppies one time, when my dog had pups, and it was her first time. She didn't know how to be a mama, and I couldn't get her to settle down enough. She was still pretty young, and so I made formula for them. And my sister not had a dog that had 11 pups, because she needed to supplement them. That poor little dog, she was really young, and she had puppies, and 11 of them. 11. She couldn't keep them all fed, so they knew how, and she shared the formula recipe with me, so I was able to make it for my dog. Did we keep any of the cool cars? Yes, we kept way too many. We had a lot of classic cars. We had a couple of antique cars. We even had teardrop, like the teardrop trailers, where you're basically in this teardrop shaped little trailer. They were made back in 1946 and back in then. And I think some of them were, there was two different makers. One of them was Kitka. I can't remember what the other one was. It was something like that though. Kitka and something else. And we went to a lot of shows and traveled around in this area. I think the furthest we went was just barely south of the Canadian border in Washington. And that was a really fun trip. And that was just a really great, that's one of my favorite times. It was in a town called, oh gosh, now I'm not going to remember. Now that I want to tell somebody, I'm not going to be remembering it, what it is. Oh, well, it'll come to me. Maybe I'll be able to remember in a minute here. And let's see. I want all your friends to live long and healthy lives. Yes, healthy is good. Healthy is good. Let's see. I'm sure I'm way behind here. Yeah, kitty cat hair. Oh, sticks to everything, whether you got honey on your face or not. Let's see. You know, I actually like life very well here. I don't like what the world has become and has been, and I didn't realize until, the past, what, maybe since 2011. I knew things as a child. I knew things, I was different. I knew that I was different, or saw things that other people didn't see, but I just thought, oh, it's my perception. I didn't understand it fully. So I never ever thought I'd end up being this age. But it's okay. I'm all right with it. Oh, okay, Ginger. See you later, hon. Hi, Zenwen. Are you in Turkey? Oh, Twinkie D. No, I am not in Turkey. That's just like, I'm in the United States. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So Turkey is like one of my nicknames. Some people here on the internet, in YouTube land, I was nicknamed Turkey because I can make a call like a turkey. And what I was actually doing was just sharing a funny story with them about my little sister and the little see and say toy that, when you turn it to the dog goes ruff, ruff, and the child can, learn how a dog sounds. Well, we'd turn it to the turkey, my other sister and I, and we would laugh about it. But anyway, oh, you're in Indiana, Daryl. That's cool. One of my nephews just moved back here from Indiana. He was in Indiana for a while. I don't know how close Bloomingdale would have been, or Bloomington, excuse me, would have been to where he was at, but it was the same state anyway. He was in a different state right before that, but then they moved. His job moved, so he moved. But anyway, so that's my facial. And it actually feels better. It's always really soft after you get done with it. And as time progresses, I noticed a difference within just a couple of weeks when I used to do it all the time. And so I'm glad it's a secret, safe place. So if you think you would be able to try something like this and it's safe for you to try, I think that you would notice a difference within just a short amount of time, which I think a couple of weeks is pretty fast, really. No, I don't have a rash. No rash for me. But anyway, yeah, the turkey name. Some of you know who Yabba Dabba is. He called me Twisted Turkey. I think it was, yeah, Twisted Turkey. And Bones calls me Wild Turkey. And it has nothing to do with alcohol, I think, just because I'm goofy. And so anyway, we just like to have fun. No harm. But anyway, well, I'm glad you guys could all come by and watch the video. And I know it's been a while since I did a live, so that's why I decided to do this live. And I heard, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to right on here, that tonight Ilea will be on, and she's going to be live. And I think it's at 7 Pacific, so that would be 10 Eastern. And she has a guest that we all know. And so I don't think you're going to want to miss, because it'll be fun. She's going to do kind of what she did last Saturday, and when I was on. And so you might want to, I'm still getting the honey off of my shirt. Yes, Marf. Oh, Beebs. Beebs is in her kennel because she is a little pickle. She likes to get right in the middle of everything. And I kept thinking, oh my gosh, all I need is her fur stuck to me everywhere. It's bad enough that it gets on everything. So nope, Daryl, it's Marf. I was on last week. We did it was like a Q&A on safe prepping things. I think I can't remember exactly what she called it, but anyway, it was fun. It was a Q&A. So she asked the question, and then I had a selection of, I think, 3 different answers, and then I had to use either any knowledge or common sense, which is limited for me. But anyway, oh, thank you, Zen. She thinks she's pretty adorable too sometimes. She's a pretty good kitty. She's very spoiled, but I actually think she's okay that way. She drives me nuts sometimes, but she's a pretty good kitty. I mean, she's just a cat. But is it Ilea's channel or Marv? It'll be on Ilea's channel. And let me see. Let me see if I can grab that. Might be easier if I just do it on my phone. I'm not very good when it comes to the computer because I've done the phone thing so long that I'm not even sure how to do it anymore. Let's see. Ilea. See if I can get her on here. Oh, I know where she's at. I forget that I have this little notepad here that has all our channels on it. And there we go. And I need to copy. There's Ilea. Select. I got to talk myself through it. Isn't that goofy? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this right. There I am. Sorry, my head's been down the whole time. So sorry. Ooh. I got to turn it down or we're going to have some problems. Oh, I got honey on my chin still. Here's Ilea's channel. Ilea. Yay! Oh, I can hear her in there. She's not happy because she's in her kennel cab, and I stuck her in there so we wouldn't have any trouble. Calorian, hi. How are you? Howdy doody. I just love that. My grandfather used to say howdy doody. Yep, my chin's gonna get younger because it had the honey on longer. Oh, yeah, sometimes I can talk myself through it. Oh, you guys are a lot of fun. Let's see. There's Rip. Let's put his channel there too. Well, if I can. Go to channel. Yay, we'll drop his link. Rip's got a lot of good stuff too. We want to make sure and go over to his channel. He's got a lot of tips and tricks and prepping ideas, and he's also into the boomsticks. So if you need any of that kind of information or do's and don'ts and tips, oh, and great recipes, yum, yum. That's a place to go. Let's see, Rip Curl, readiness. Every time I hit the R, it hits a T. So it says Rip Curl Teddiness. It's irritating. Readiness. Yay, channel. Let's put a heart. Paste. You know, I know there's a ton of people in here that have channels. I just don't know everybody's channel. So I'm putting the ones I do know for sure, that I can think of for sure anyway. Another really good channel to check out is TGS Source. Good channel. TGS Source. Sorry, I don't have any mods in here today. That's okay though. We're handling it just fine. There we go. And I know you guys probably, many of you have your own channels. And as I learn, we'll do something about it, okay? Anyway, it's really been nice. Sorry that I had my head down for so long. It's really nice to see all of you. And I hope you go about your day full of joy and blessed. And I love you all. And we'll see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.